I've always said that week 4, to me, it paints the picture of like what all the teams are, right? Ugh. Week 4 was tough to watch. Okay. It was tough to watch. And let's get to it. Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover 6 teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Rams, and our Steelers. Man, oh man, oh man. What a rough, rough week it was to watch some football. Good gosh, those late games were terrible, man.
I'm just speechless.
I know people are just thinking about like, oh, it's because your Steelers lost. Well, look, that's one of the reasons. I'm just talking about it just a lot of the games were just terrible, dog. They're just bad. But anyway, man, let's go ahead and let's get into it because we have a lot to get into. So, Eric, what do we got?
Well, first, we're going to go for the records, okay?
Mm.
So, I know I was down in the records, but now we're all evened up at 12-9 apiece.
No bueno for me, man.
So, I mean, the truck kind of hit a couple speed bumps, and the champ is just getting right. But now
that hangover's it's in a weird
ugly
ugly head. Don't worry about that.
Okay. First, we have the Philadelphia Eagles going into LA to face the Rams. The Eagles are 4-0, one of the 2 undefeated teams in the league, coming off a win against the Washington Football Team Commanders, Redskins. And the Rams are 2-2, coming off a win against the Colts.
Oh man, I'll tell you, man, these Eagles are pretty damn bad ass.
Yeah.
Wow, they're looking really good. I think they're up there in the NFC. If it were to stop today, it'd be them and the Niners.
Yeah.
It'd be them and the Niners, hands down, man. The Rams, to me are somewhat just kind of mediocre, kind of somewhere in the middle. There's that to me, the Rams are not good. They're not bad. They're just decent. They're just a team. They're just there, man. Here at SoFi, where's the game going to be at? In SoFi?
In SoFi.
All right, man. The Eagles have a somewhat of a decent fan base here.
They do.
So, yeah, they do, man. I think it'll probably be, I don't know, I'd say 60-40 Rams. But as far as the outcome for that game, I just don't see how the Rams can take on the Eagles unless for one reason or another, the Eagles are going to come in and start taking these guys lightly, which they shouldn't do. Right. They shouldn't do it because the Rams are not a horrible team. And even if they were, you don't take your opponent lightly, but they shouldn't do because the Rams, they're okay, man. They're okay. I think there is a little bit of hope for the Rams. Now, what's that hope? Is it for them to go all the way? No, it isn't. But it's for them to have a good competitive season, which I think they can do. And in that division, aside, from the Niners, I don't know, even the Seahawks are looking okay. So they got the work cut out for them. But yeah, it's to me, it's an easy one. I go Eagles on this.
Mm-hmm. I know you guys can't see my other arm, but I'm going fly, Eagles fly. The Eagles are just quite simply the better team.
Do you only have one arm?
In this video, I do for some reason.
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Go for it.
But I'm going to go Eagles. Just like I said, they're just a superior team in this one. Not to say that the Rams aren't a good team. They have lost to some pretty good teams. Well, I don't know about the Bengals. The Bengals, I don't know.
I think the Bengals have the reputation of last season, but this season it's just not been shown, man.
We haven't seen it yet, but no. I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Do you think the Eagles? How far do you think the Eagles can go? Do you think it can go all the way to the NFC Championship?
I think it's going to be Eagles and Niners for the NFC Championship, unless the Lions shock one of those 2 teams, which I think is possible. I think it's possible. Okay. But I feel like it's more than likely NFC Championship rematch this season.
Hey, Eagles and Niners fans, remember, he said that, not me.
Oh yeah, the Lions are for real. The Lions are for real. But next we have Monday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers go into Allegiant Stadium to face the Raiders. The Packers are 2-2, coming off a loss against the Detroit Lions, and the Vegas Raiders are 1-3, coming off a loss against the Chargers. Just not the start the Raiders wanted. What do you have in this one?
Oh man, maybe I put a little bit too much stock on the Raiders. And did you see the Raider fans heckling Mr. Davis?
Yeah.
He was so okay. So they were at SoFi. The Raiders were right against the Chargers over the weekend, and Mr. Davis is there now. I don't know why they put him there. I got no idea. For the fans to have access to him, they could put him away somewhere. Unless he wanted to be there, I'm not really sure. And I'm sure he could call the shots. I'm sure he probably wanted to be outside enjoying the air. I guess I'm not really sure, man. The Los Angeles air, but I thought they could have put him somewhere up in a booth, man, where the fans weren't going to have access to him. But nonetheless, fans were able to get to Mr. Davis. And when I say get to him, I'm not talking about they were able to touch him or get all up in his face, but
Raider fans will like that.
Yeah, but they were close enough, man. They were not far at all. At all. You did not have to throw a rock far to get to him. And he was out in the open. And you had Raider fans talking all kinds of masa, man, about Josh McDaniels, fire Josh McDaniels, F Josh McDaniels. It was a sight to see, man. I was like, holy smokes, dog. And he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there, man, just looking straight, like not acknowledging it. It got a little uncomfortable. But I don't know, man. It was kind of entertaining to see.
Oh man. I think the real chant is sell the team. I think that's the chant that they should be saying.
Ooh.
Sell the team.
Hey, Raider fans, would you guys like for the team to be sold?
Because I'm gonna be quite honest, I think the Raiders should have stayed in Oakland.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. But okay. But why though? Is it just because of the fans? I mean, you're in Vegas, baby. And Raider fans, look, Raider fans, there is a good amount of Raider fans in Vegas, but also Southern Cali is right, we're right here. Yeah, people make the drive to Vegas all the time. I don't think they have problems with fans showing up.
I mean, it's okay. Like I said last week, the fact that they had, or what it seemed like, they had more fans out here compared to Vegas is not a good sign. That's just me, though.
Oh, okay.
That's just me.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. So, okay. Yeah, there is. Okay, that's a good point because when the Raiders ever come to SoFi, they take over. Hands down. All right. Shout outs to the Rams fans. Shout outs to the Chargers fans. But you guys know we're speaking truth. Whenever the Raiders come to SoFi, Raiders take over by far.
It's Allegiant Stadium West.
Yes. So, okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But I think also the product has to be good.
It's been terrible.
And it hasn't been good. And you had these fans just getting at him. It was crazy. So, all right, Josh McDaniels, is he really the problem? Do you think he's really the issue there?
I think it's everything. I think it's the front office. I think it's the coaching. I just think that organization is just not it right now.
Well, what about Jimmy G? Where's he land on this? He didn't even play.
Yeah, he's not that great of a quarterback. Definitely not a face of the franchise quarterback.
Do you need a great quarterback or just a good quarterback with a great team around you?
I mean, they don't have either of them.
No, they don't. I thought they had a better team than what they're doing, though.
Yeah.
I was talking to a Raider fan. He's talking to me, talking about like, oh, it's because of Josh McDaniels. Hey, man, if you guys think that's going to change it, but then who do you replace him with? And how fast do you want it to change? Like, do you think you get rid of Josh McDaniels, you bring insert whatever coach you're thinking of, and the next game you guys are winning and you guys start a winning streak? Like, what?
That's not gonna happen.
No,
either.
that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So, sorry. So, who do the Raiders got?
The Packers.
Oh, the Packers, man. The Packers is another team that we cover. They're coming off a loss from the Lions. Eh, the Packers, I mean, one of the richest histories in NFL, man. When you think football, Packers are one of the teams that definitely come to mind. And to me, the Packers are a rebuilding team. They're a rebuilding stage, man. They lost their, legendary walking Hall of Famer in Aaron Rodgers, and to me, they're just trying to find out who they are. That's all this season is going to be for me. I think when it comes to the Packers, sure, they're going to get some wins here and there. This matchup, I got to go Packers, man. I got to go Packers. I think the Raiders are a mess. And I think they're fighting with each other. I don't even think they're even really thinking about other teams. There's like I don't want to say backstabbing, but they're fighting so much. There's all internal fighting, man, that they're going to destroy themselves, man. So I don't think it's going to take a really good team to defeat the Raiders right now because they're fighting amongst each other.
Yeah, the culture is just not there for the Raiders. I like what I see more from the Packers by far, and they're only a game ahead of the Raiders as far as
Mhm.
record wise.
Mhm.
Because at least for the Packers, I could say, hey, new quarterback, or not new, but new starting quarterback, and maybe they're still trying to find their identity. They look better. They look better with morally and everything. I gotta go Packers. I don't know where the Raiders are going. I think it's only a matter of time before Devontae Adams requests a trade. Maybe even Max Crosby. I don't know. This team's just falling apart. I'm sorry, Raider fans. I'm not trying to bash on the Raiders too much, but that team's just falling apart.
Hey, man, you lose Crosby. That's it, man. He's the defensive guy, man, and he's a damn good player.
Yeah.
But it's the team, man. Like you said, that culture is just terrible right now. So, gotcha, man. Because the Raiders are one of those teams in the NFL where it's like, you know, they're a pillar. They're just the Raiders, But damn, yeah, gotcha, Holmes. What else we got?
Not looking good, but we have two teams that have been looking pretty good. We have Sunday Night Football.
All right.
We have the Dallas Cowboys going into Santa Clara to face the 49ers. Cowboys are 3-1 coming off a blowout win against Bill Belichick and the Patriots. And we got the 4-0 49ers coming off a win against the Cardinals.
Okay. All right. I'll start. Okay. First of all, man, this rivalry goes back many years. I think I did this last season or something before. I'm not even really sure, but I remember the song. Hey, 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 I love it when Niners and the Cowboys play, right? And they'll put all those cool highlights and everything. These are like the two cool kids in the NFL, right? The Niners and the Cowboys. They're like the cool kids. They're not known for being rough around the edges. They're not known for having, just killer defenses, smash mouth. They're more known for being the cool guys, the cool kids and, on the schoolyard and stuff like that, man. The Cowboys and the Niners, they play some pretty fancy football, man. I do like this rivalry. I'll start with the Cowboys. Cowboys, wow. I'll tell you, man. How about nobody talking about Bill Belichick once he lost Tom Brady? It's like he's the greatest coach ever. And then he loses Tom Brady, and it's like crickets. Like, damn. Wow. Is he really the greatest coach ever? All right. But anyway.
He lost his mojo.
He lost his Brady. Deflated footballs. All right. I don't want to get out too sidetracked. But Cowboys, look, they're a good team. I like the Cowboys. I think they're above average, but I don't think they're great. But see, here's the thing in the NFL: you don't need to be great to go all the way. You just got to be better that night or make the smarter moves that night, right? It's the difference about all the other sports. Oh man, the best 4 out of 7 and everything. Like, nah, screw that. You gotta be the best right now, right?
For 60 minutes.
That's right. So, look, they're traveling to Santa Clara. The Niners are just a damn good team. I don't think the Niners go undefeated. Okay, I don't think they do.
Okay.
I think they're gonna have to lose at some point. And I'm going out on a limb here, and I'm gonna say this is the one that they lose. And I'm going to go Cowboys on this one, not because I believe the Niners are a better, I'm sorry, not because I believe the Cowboys are a better team, because I don't think they are. Okay, they're not. But I'm not choosing the Niners to go undefeated, though. I truly believe the Niners are probably the best team in the NFC. But I do think they drop at least 2 games, 3 games tops. This is one of them that's going to smack them in their face, and they're going to come back and start blowing everybody out. I go Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a walk, huh?
It's only week 5. You think the Niners are going to lose in week 5? I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do, man. I do. This is a popular rivalry. I look. I think the Cowboys, again, not because the Cowboys are that good. I just look, man. Every team just, they have a hiccup.
Okay. All right. So let me try to defend your pick real quick. So the Cowboys have been looking pretty good. Okay. We just forget about that game against the Cardinals. Just throw that out of the window. Okay. But other than that, they've been looking pretty good. I don't quite know who their best opponent was that they've beaten though. So I mean, I don't really know how great they really are. Niners, I know how good they are. I know what they're capable of. They're just all around a good team. And the recent years, the Niners have been beating the Cowboys. They really have, whether it be in the playoffs or just in the regular season. And I don't see that changing. I don't. I mean, I think maybe because Dak Prescott is the quarterback, he just hasn't proven to been able to beat the 49ers. I'm gonna go Niners here. They're the better team.
They definitely are. They're definitely the better team. All I'm saying is that they're gonna eat too much Texan barbecue, and they're gonna have a hiccup. Bam. That is it. Just out of a fluke, the Cowboys are gonna get this one.
I want some Texas barbecue right now. Anyways, next, last but certainly not least, we have the best rivalry in the NFL, in my opinion. It's my opinion. The Baltimore Ravens going into Heinz Field to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Ravens are 3-1, coming off of a blowout win against the Cleveland Browns. Steelers are 2-2, coming off a blowout loss against the Houston Texans.
Yeah. I remember last week I said, I'm not really sure what's up with the Texans. I'm not really sure where they stand. And I'm still not sure where they stand. But, man, now I know where my Steelers stand. Okay, unlike the game we were just talking about when it comes to the Niners and the Cowboys, these two teams, they're not the cool kids on the block. These two teams are the rough around the edges, smash mouth, all up in your face, strong defense. We're there to break you. They don't care about looking cool or anything like that.
They're the greasers.
They're the greasers, homie. Okay, they're not the socias. They're the greasers. All right. And I love this rivalry. I really do, man. Look, The Steelers, it's just going to be one of those seasons. Okay. It's going to be one of those seasons. I have a lot to say about them. I'm going to keep it just a little short, but I I think we can definitely win this game. All right. That's not just me trying to hold on to hope. Okay. I think that we can definitely win this game right here. One thing that we have going against us, my opinion only, is the fact that it's at home. For one reason or another, Steelers are actually good road warriors. All right. At home, they seem to foul up a little bit. And that's kind of a downer because now I don't really want to go see Steeler games in Pittsburgh, which I have done. I'd rather go see them on the road because it seems like they do better on the road for whatever reason. Kenny Pickett got injured with the Texans. Do I think that changed anything in the game? No, I don't. I don't. And by the way, I want to go ahead and say this. I'm not so sure if Kenny Pickett's the guy.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Once upon a time, I was like, hey, you know what? This kid, I like what I see from this kid. He looks solid. Give him some time. Give him some time. Let him get into the groove of things, man. Let him get into the groove of things. Okay, cool. I'm seeing, and there are some times where the kid looks pretty good. But then he's not finding open receivers, man, when there's open receivers. I'm not throwing in the towel on Pickett yet, but I'm looking at the towel. I'm looking at the towel.
He's Rocky Balboa and Rocky 4.
Throw the damn towel, right? I'm looking at the towel and I'm thinking about it. My hand's like this, like, should I go for it? Should I go for it? I'm not throwing it in yet, but I'm getting there on Kenny Pickett. Maybe this kid isn't the guy. Maybe he's not. But I'll pass it to you, man.
I don't want to be too repetitive because I did kind of make a video already on the state of the Steelers. But my goodness, get rid of Matt Canada. Just get rid of him.
Mm.
And if that means you have to get rid of Mike Tomlin, because that's just how bad this offense has been. If Mike Tomlin is the reason, which he is, for why Matt Canada is still offensive coordinator, then we need to switch up a lot of things. I tell you, I've never been the guy who's hated Mike Tomlin. I've always, backed him up and everything like that.
Yes.
But this is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. This is pathetic offense that we're running. And it's not like the offense isn't talented. It's like there's all the players suck. They have a nice young receiving core. Najee Harris, who is, in my eyes, still an exceptional running back. He has to freaking stiff arm from like 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, hurdling over people just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Things need a change, especially offensively. What did I say? We're too reliant on the defense, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Offense, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. We probably have more 3 and outs than points scored as an offense. That is embarrassing. I don't know what else to say.
How about going for it on 4th and losing yards and getting your quarterback injured?
Like fourth and 1 going at shotgun formation is not good.
What the hell are
It's
you
the
doing?
stupidest thing. We have Derek Watt, who is an exceptional fullback. He's not the best in the league, but he's a pretty darn good fullback. Put him in the freaking on the field for a 4th and 1. Give it to Najee Harris, or maybe, I don't know, play action and maybe throw it deep or something. But a shotgun formation on 4th and 1? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're rocking with Derek Watt anymore. I'm not sure, but definitely, look, you're 4th and 1. You're getting shotgun formation. Oh, now you're losing. You're throwing the ball back quite a few more yards. Like, what are you doing? By the way, that Kenny Pickett kid, he's a tall kid, man. He can reach. But some of these play calls, yeah, man. I mean, the offense is really boring. And see, here's the thing. What happened Sunday Night Football the previous week with the Raiders Yeah, I think that kind of cooled it down on the play calling because that offense actually looked a little bit exciting. And I thought to myself, like, you know what, man, this kind of sucks because now people are going to be giving the offense a little bit of a pass and some of these play calls. But now we get to this. We couldn't get in the end zone. We scored 2 field goals and going for it on fourth down. The play calls were, I mean, holy smokes, dog. What the heck is going on?
The defense knows what's coming. It's just so predictable. It's like they're using Madden plays, the same Madden plays over and over again. It's like Matt Canada feels like he's playing his little brother in Madden. That's what I see.
The game turned in the third quarter. I mean, in the third quarter, I was just like, just hurry up and lose. Just hurry up and lose. It's tough to watch, you know. Just hurry up and lose, man, and let's get it going. So, I don't know, man. Maybe if it's gonna be that terrible, maybe we just need to be relying on Boswell and just get into field goal range and just keep on kicking field goals, man.
Offense can't even get a first down.
Yeah,
you can't even get a first down.
It's bad, man. It's horrible, man. Matt Canada definitely needs to go. Mike Tomlin, there's people talking about that we will never win another championship while he's still head coach. And yeah, both you and I, we've received a lot of heat about Mike Tomlin for years now. Talking about, I hate that guy, I hate that guy. And you and I, we've always stuck up for him. And I'm like, I like him, man. He's cool. He's cool. But you know what, man? It's been 17 years already, something along that line. And I'm not. I take so much pride when it comes to the Steelers and coaches. They're not switching coaches over and over and over and over. Okay. So I do not just want to say get rid of them, but you need to be strategic about this on who you bring in because I do not want to be like one of these other teams that every season, every 2 seasons, start switching head coaches. No. If it's time for Mike Tomlin to go, okay, so be it. But don't just let him go without putting thought on who's going to be the next head coach, at least for the next decade.
No, okay, but I mean, now that all this has been happening, it seems like this week a lot of things have been kind of been put to light on like Mike Tomlin's resume. This guy had one of the greatest offenses I've ever seen in the Killer Bees for I don't know how many years. Never even made it to the Super Bowl with the Killer Bees. Not even once. He hasn't made a Super Bowl in 13 years? And that was with, veteran players. Now he has his own set of players completely. And I don't see Pittsburgh Steelers football out there. I just don't see it.
Yeah, no. Neither do I, man. Neither do I. Now, this season right here, I think is the only season that should be allowed to be sacrificed to get all your ducks in order. If he needs to go, okay, he needs to go. Then you need to start looking now on who you need to replace him with. Matt Canada definitely by far needs to go. If Kenny Pickett is not the guy, this is the season to make that decision. Give him a few more games and everything and make your decision. Okay, he is not the guy. We need to start looking for the guy. Let's not start sacrificing next season as well. I've kind of made up my mind that the Steelers this season, man, this is where it's going to be. Win some, lose some, and I don't know. We just we find ourselves out of the playoffs, maybe with 8 wins.
It's just sad to me because, like I said, I just feel like they're too talented of a team. I just feel like the offensive coordinator is just really, really holding this team back. That's just where I'm at right now. But they have this game against the Ravens, which, they just seem to have every year in and year out, just classic after classic after classic. I mean, we could go all day watching just old games of the Steelers and Ravens for 24 hours or a marathon, and it's just straight classic banger games.
It's like a bar brawl.
Exactly, man. They're just classic. So I mean, and it's usually a lower scoring game with these two teams. So maybe that does benefit the Steelers a little bit. The defense does need to be on point. I know they weren't on point last week, but I mean, I guess we just have to rely on the defense that much.
Do you want Trubisky or Kenny Pickett behind center?
Under Matt Canada, I don't even know if it matters.
Yeah.
I truly don't. I just feel like we're way too conservative with the offense, whether it's Trubisky or Kenny Pickett. I just feel like the play calls are way too damn conservative.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you guys this, man. One of the great things, though, that that is happening, man. You know, when it comes to all this in sports, is my Dodgers, man, being in the NLDS. Let's go, baby. Maybe I need to turn in the flag for football, man, and just start focusing on baseball a little bit more. Let's go, Dodgers.
That team's broken my heart way too many times, man. We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's a new season, so we'll see.
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.